So Michael covered everything right there at a very high level, very technical level, and very useful sort of college or university plus level of intelligence. This is my mobile web kit for like children. So if you don't understand, if you didn't understand all of that, sorry, go ahead.
Or business owners.
Yeah, or business owners. So what I'm going to do here is going to divide these little props up into my various high-tech components. And if you've seen the video that was captured at the Chamber of Commerce, I did a very similar thing at their lunchbox learning event for describing mobile traffic and how it interacts with mobile-friendly sites and non-mobile friendly sites. So we'll need 2 volunteers. You guys look like you're ready to go, so come on up. Yep, I'm telling people.
Okay.
And so I'm going to get you to hold the Smarties to start. I'm going to get you to write on this piece of tape. Mobile traffic is like just big and black, mobile traffic on there. And when you're done, you can stick that on the Smarties. This bowl, I'm going to catch it with some light here and make it look mystical, is the internet. So this is the internet. And we're going to have 2 other props, and I'm going to see if anyone knows what these might be. Any guesses?
Spoons.
Spoons, yeah, you got it. All right, so you can rip that off. And then we'll get that mobile traffic going on the...
So one of them represents, what did you say? Desktop mobile. Desktop,
Here we go.
Mobile, bandwidth.
Those are good. Those are very good guesses. Okay, so here we've got our wraparound, because he wrote it huge. We've got our mobile traffic. So these are our users. These are the people coming on their phones to try to visit these are websites. Yeah. So this, can we guess if this is a mobile-friendly website or a non-mobile friendly website?
No.
Yeah, this one is the non-mobile friendly website. This is the mobile friendly website, which is kind of ironic because you think the smaller one, it fits in your pocket. This must be the mobile friendly website, but that's not the case. Like online, a mobile friendly website is actually, in code terms as well, it's several times larger than a non-mobile friendly website. Just in lines of code, you've got a number of different sets of features that are happening. So what I'll do here is Stan's going to be mobile friendly, and Apostolus is going to be non-mobile friendly. And here come the users. So you guys hold your websites over the magical internet here. You just hold your websites over there. And it's important to note that these guys, these users, and if the camera can kind of zoom in on this part, these users know about you. These users are trying to find you. So they're typing in your website. They're not just randomly out there. They're actually coming to your site. And if the Smartie, the user, hits the site, that means they actually landed on the home page. But if the Smarties jump out right away into the bowl, that means they left immediately. So let's see what happens. Got to go a little lower. Try to get some in there. And what happened? We've got one Smartie that jumped clean out of the internet altogether. I don't know how that happened. That's physically impossible. I need that one. Now, Stan, how many Smarties do you think you have in there?
15.
15-ish Smarties.
14.
Apostles, how many do you have?
Let me count. 1.
Yeah, so 1. This is actually a pretty close
0
reality or measure of the actual statistics. So the bounce rate of the rest of the internet traffic mostly was as a result of a website that wasn't able to keep the traffic because it wasn't accommodating their needs. These Smarties needed to have an experience where they could be held, they could be engaged, and they could stay, and they can do whatever needs to be done in Stan's website. You guys can take your snacks and go and eat them if you wish. You don't like Smarties?
I don't like chocolates. I can share it with someone.
All right.
Anyone?
So that's the illustration. So I just kind of like zeroed in on the fact that we've got we've got this state of things right now, and as Michael touched upon, we've got these two different types of websites in Peterborough. We've got businesses with mobile-friendly websites, and they're capturing their traffic, and they're engaging their users, and they're getting the information across that needs to be transferred to the audience they're going for. And then you've also got these guys who've been around for a while. I mean, this is actually the baby spoon that I was raised with, so this thing has some history. And there are websites out there that are not quite as old as I am, but been around for a long time. So they haven't responded and they haven't adapted. Otherwise, I think that pretty much concludes the most important part of what I have to say. It's just like, we're talking about, there are a lot of factors here at work. There are a lot of different avenues you can go and analytics that you can collect. But at the end of the day, like, my job is to make sure that traffic comes to a website and is held and is used. So this is the part that I care about, and we can do some more talks or ask questions.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when you build mobile web-based, is it just, we talked about Peterborough, of course, but then is it a global opportunity or is it a local opportunity when building for the mobile web?
I would say global, because the standards that, are being promoted, that I'm caring about right now, are being pushed globally. I mean, Twitter is the developer base that creates the platform that I work with, which is Twitter Bootstrap. And those guys they're gods at what they do, and they've taken all of the possible situations that you can get into in web design, as far as like taking something that's variable widths and then creating a set of like tools and not quite plugins, but bits of code that you can use to make almost any website mobile friendly with a little bit of tooling. A lot of the WordPress themes now are used, like, they're built on top of Twitter Bootstrap as well, and like they're all kind of working together and incorporating the same types of technologies. Yes?
Do you think sometimes it's not good to build a mobile-friendly site? Because if a site has a lot of information on it, and the way it's laid out actually on the desktop is very nice. It has big buttons that are very visible, very nice graphics and openness. But if you put it on the mobile site, like in a mobile format, where there's a drop-down menu and everything, it might get too long when you're scrolling through it.
Totally.
Do you think it's better just to use it sometimes as desktop, because then it gets too much?
Yeah.
There's too much information on the desktop side to put it in mobile.
I totally get you. So the question for, I don't know if the microphone picked that up, the question was, is there ever a time when you shouldn't go for a mobile-friendly site? The answer, at least in the design world, is you go mobile first. So you actually design the mobile site with the most important information in the highest quality real estate, so highest up on the page. And then from there, you start to build out into your tablet version. So what's the secondary line of information that we're going to present to our users? And then you've got various screen widths that jump up from there, and you can build out a very robust site. But if you look at, I'm trying to think about like Kijiji or Craigslist. I recently posted a motorcycle classified, and some of the features that are present in the desktop version of that site aren't present in the mobile version, but you can still do the basics. So to answer your question, it's like, no, there is never really a good excuse to not go mobile friendly, unless your site is the Association of Non-Mobile Users of Canada or something.
Yeah.
I'm always saying yes, always do a mobile friendly site. If you have to pare down your information to just do the most important stuff, then that's how I would approach it.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, all right.